Hey guys, welcome back. We have another shorter flow for you today. This one will be perfect just to get the lower half open and ready for your day, or potentially to open up after your day. So we'll get straight into it. We're going to start today in child's pose. Big toes together, knees nice and wide apart. First, work on creating the connection between your sitting bones and your heels. Keep that energetically pushing down and back, and then draw length through the spine, melting the heart towards the earth, and walking your fingertips out in front. Really beautiful opportunity just to place down that baggage, anything you're carrying with you. Start to focus on the breath. Feel the ribs expand as you inhale, and that cooling sensation that lingers in the belly. And as you breathe out, see if you can sink your chest down just a little more. We'll take just 2 more breaths here. Ujjayi, if you know it, turn it on. Slow and steady, come up to all fours, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Grip into the mat. Extend your right arm out in front of you and your left leg behind you. And find this length first. Take a big breath in here. As you breathe out, elbow towards knee, round through the spine. Use the belly. Expand as you breathe in. Hand, foot away from one another. A breath out to curl and round. A breath in to find length and expand. 2 more on this side, 4 in total. And really start to move to your breath now. If you want to slow down a little bit more, slow down the breath. Last time to expand. Last time to contract. Hand and knee to the earth, and let's swap over sides. If you find balance a little tough, you can take your hand out a little further to widen your stance. But stabilizing here, that's half of what's going to create that strength in the body. Making sure you do your 4. You still move to the breath nice and slow. There is absolutely no rush. Really, really nice. We'll just take 2 rounds of cat-cow to wake up the spine as you breathe in. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, open the chest. As you breathe out, tuck the tailbone round through the spine. 1 more like that. Full breath in. Full breath out. And tuck the toes. Find your first downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. Good. And making sure, once again, you set up from hands first. Gripping down into the mat. Your index finger and thumb really well grounded. And then even that out with a wrapping of the triceps back in space. We'll take just 1 more breath here. If you feel like you need more movement, take it. But maybe it's a good opportunity to find some stillness. Let the pose land. On your next breath in, rise up onto your toes. And bend your knees, look forward. Step, float to the top of the mat. Nice. Land in that halfway lift as you breathe in. Forward fold, whole breath out. Hands rise up to the sky. Take a big breath into the belly. Fold over, Uttanasana as you exhale. Halfway lift, a straight spine, hands to shins. And plant the hands, step or jump back, low plank. Good. Take an upward facing dog. Push the floor away, open the chest. A downward facing dog to exhale. Let's move through that 1 more time. Rise up onto your toes, breathe in. Bend your knees, gaze forward. Step, jump, float. Land, halfway lift. Fold, slow. Hands rise to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, use your breath in. And Samastita as you breathe out. If you're not at the top of your mat, this is a good opportunity to move there. Look down at your right toes, spread them wide. Lift the left knee up, stalk. And just ensure that we're lifting this knee as high as you possibly can. You tend to linger at this space. Make sure it's at your height. Keep lifting hands up towards the sky. We're going to transition into tree pose. Start to externally rotate through the left knee. Encourage that foot to the inner upper thigh, or gently place it along the inside of your calf. We want to avoid the knee area. Now we've come into the standing balance to turn on all of the stabilizing muscles in the foot, ankle, and the knee. So begin to become aware of this dance that your foot is creating with the earth. Feel the tugs and the pulls, little shifts in weight. And take your last breath out, belly button in towards spine. Stork pose as you breathe in, lift the left knee and the arms. Foot to floor, hands to heart, breathe out. Let's swap over sides, ground down the left foot, lift the right knee. We're not leaning back to lift the knee up. We want this beautiful long line from the heel all the way through the crown of the head. Again, find your height and then stay there. We'll take one more big breath in, reach up. And as you breathe out, keep the gaze still. Externally rotate through the right knee and gently place that foot. And keeping your gaze still throughout standing balance is really, really important. That drishti is what's going to keep you stable. So as much as you're focusing now on that left foot dancing with the earth, can you pick a point with your eyes and stay? Take that last breath out, belly button towards spine. Right knee rises as you breathe in, hands to the sky, foot to floor as you breathe out. You can shake out the legs just a little if you need. We're going to start moving now. Ground down the right foot, lift the left knee, take a big breath in. Curtsy squat, send that left foot back and behind, see if you can get lower. Good. Knee towards the sky, stork pose, a big breath in. Open eagle, start to cross your left ankle over your right knee, hands at heart. Start to take a bend through that right knee, taking your tailbone back. Chest forward. And here you'll probably feel that left outer hip speak. That's all it's doing. It's starting a conversation. No need to avoid it. Allow this sensation for one more big breath in. A long breath out. Stork pose as you inhale, ground down that right foot, lift the left knee. Standing splits as you breathe out, hands to the earth, left leg lifted. Now we're trying to keep the hips square. We're not wanting to peel open through that left hip. Start to take the inner seam of the left leg towards the sky and your left hip point down. You guys might want to play with balance, with lifting your hands up off of the earth. Maybe they clasp onto your ankle, or maybe they stay grounded. Let's take one more breath out. Ground down your hands if you haven't already. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. You can step or cast back into chaturanga. Tyler, cast back if you want to know what that looks like. If not, just step. An upward facing dog will follow as you breathe in. A downward facing dog is where we will land. Breathe out. Just observe the difference in sensation in the legs. Let's take a long exhale. Rise up onto your toes, breathe in. Bend the knees, gaze forward. Step, jump, float. Land in that halfway lift. Inhale, long spine. Fold over, breathe out. Hands rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Breathe slow. Samastitihi. As you exhale, let's go to the other side. Ground down the left foot. Lift that right knee up. Take a big breath in. Take that foot back and behind. Curtsy squat. See if you can go just a little lower. Ground the left foot. Lift that right knee. Breathe in. Open eagle. Right ankle crosses over your left knee. Sitting bones down and back. Chest forward. We want to create this really beautiful long spine. You can even squeeze your shoulder blades more. Broaden through your collarbones. Become really proud through the chest. Observing if there's a difference in sensation from right side to left, there will be. But can you pinpoint it for this last breath out? Stork pose. As you breathe in, move slow, feel buoyant. Standing splits, hands to the earth. Right leg rises. Again, check out through your hips. Take that left hip point down to that right hip point down to the earth. And the inner seam of the right leg towards the sky. You can play with balance, or maybe you keep your hands grounded. If you played with balance on the other side, I encourage you to do the same on this. Keep breathing. One more inhale. Ground the hands as you breathe out. And take that halfway lift as you breathe in. Either step back with the right foot or cast low plank. Upward facing dog, broaden the collarbones, legs are on. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. All right, straight away, rise up onto the toes, breathe in. Bend the knees like a spring, breathe out. Step, jump, float to the top, land in that halfway lift, inhale. Uttanasana, fold as you breathe out. Tyler's jumping the gun. Hands rise to the sky, big breath into the depths of our belly. Hands to heart as you exhale. We're going to flow this one breath, one movement. Stay at your pace. Try and move slower though. Right foot into the earth, lift the left knee. Take a big breath in. Curtsy squat, use the hands to stabilize only if you need. Push the floor away, lift that left knee back up, stork pose. Open eagle as you breathe out, still bend into the shape, chest forward. Stork, once again, lift that left knee high, inhale. Hands to the earth, standing splits, fold. Take that halfway lift, a big breath in. Plant the hands, step or jump back, low plank. Upward facing dog, legs should be off the earth. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Rising up onto the toes, breath into the belly. Bend the knees, slow. Step, jump, float to the top of your mat. Land in that halfway lift, nice. Uttanasana, fold into the space. Urdhva Hastasana, hands rise up, they'll touch at the top of your breath. Samastitahi, breathe out. Straight away, other side, right knee rises, take a big breath in. Low and slow into your curtsy squat, breathe out. Push the floor away to lift that right knee up, inhale. Open eagle, sitting bones back, chest forward. Reground that left foot, right knee rises, big breath in. That seamless transition, standing splits, breathe out. Halfway lift, crown of head forward in space. Plant the hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, squeeze your shoulder blades. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Straight away, rise up onto your toes, breath in. Bend the knees, breathe out. Step, jump, float to the top. Nice, land in that halfway lift. Fold, breathe out. Hands rise up. Inhale. You gently fold to heart center, exhale. One more time, either side, guys. Right foot grounds, left knee rises, a whole breath into a right. Curtsy squat, get a little lower, really test the balance. Lift that left knee back up, breathe in. Open eagle, drop the sitting bones slow, observe the sensation. Feel buoyant as you inhale, stork pose. Standing splits, use the space, right hamstring speaking now. That halfway lift, a straight spine. See maybe if you can cast back now. Upward facing dog, enjoy that front line opener. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Up onto the toes, a big breath in. Bend the knees, get ready to step or jump. Land in that halfway lift, strong spine. fold as you breathe out. Hands rise up. Take your time as you stand. Samastita hi. Exhale. Last one. Ground down that left foot. Lift the right knee up. Stay buoyant. Curtsy, squat. Slow through the transitions. Back up towards stork. Use a breath in to arrive. Open eagle. Sitting bones back. Collarbones forward. Really nice. Stork pose. Take a big breath in. Fold into the space. Standing split. Square the hips. Halfway lift. Use a breath in. Step or jump back really lightly. Low plank. Up dog. Open that front side. Downward facing dog. A whole exhale to arrive. Land just for a moment. Breathe into the belly. Just observe the energy flowing around the body. Notice how you're feeling. If the breath has become a little quick, really slow and steady, ripple the body forward into a high plank. Lower all the way down onto your belly as you breathe out. Hands down by your sides. For a moment, land with one cheek or chin to the earth. Anytime we're on our belly, we focus on this lumbar spine rising as we breathe in, falling as we breathe out. One more like that. Flip the hands if they're not already there. Palms facing the earth, pinky fingers by your hips. We're coming into Shalabhasana pose, an opportunity to strengthen the back line of the body. So when you're ready, using a breath in, start to peel the chin, chest off of the earth. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as much as you can. If you want, you can lift the legs or you can keep the toenails digging into the earth. But we're trying to create this dish-like shape using the back chain of the body, creating strength, making sure that we have good posture. Let's take one more big breath in. Really nice, guys. Lower down as you breathe out. Wobble your hips from side to side. Slow down your exhale. Observe your heart rate on the earth. Just 2 more breaths like this. One more big breath in. And a long exhale. Really slowly roll onto your back. Just observe how it feels to have the front of the body free and open. Close down your eyes if you haven't already. And now feel that belly rise and fall. Ground down through your right foot with a bend in the knee. And then cross your left ankle over your right knee, coming into that figure 4-like shape. Your top toes, flex them. And then draw this package in towards the body, catching either behind the right thigh or on top of the right shin. You can utilize this right knee to draw the left foot in closer. Those outer hips, they're going to open up here once again. But is the sensation different from our open eagle in flow? This is an opportunity to really find that space and that length through the left outer hip. Become really centered around this sensation. And pinpoint it. How is it feeling? And no matter what If you need that familiar sensation, the breath is always there. Just 2 more breaths like this. And your last exhale, see if you can hug that package in just a little more. Keep your legs exactly as they are, just dropping the right foot to the earth. And then slowly allow the left sole of your foot and the right outer seam of the leg drop down to the right side. Just finding this really gentle twist. Maybe a soft outer hip opener, maybe. But whatever sensation you feel in this shape, it's right, I promise. As best as you can, use every exhale to surrender a little deeper. And just 2 more breaths like this. Slowly bring that package back towards center. And swap over sides, grounding down through the left sole of your foot, crossing the right ankle over, flex your right toes. Keep that, then draw the package in. See if you can start to draw your shoulder blades down towards the earth. Utilize the left knee hugging in to amplify that sensation through the right outer hip. Ensure that your jaw is soft. Your breath is fluid. And right now, nothing else exists. Just 2 more breaths. Exactly as you are. Allow that left sole of your foot to drop to the earth. And then super slow and steady, the left outer seam will drop to the left side, right sole of your foot follows along. Gentle twist creeps into your thoracic spine. This posture is supported by every passive exhale, allowing you to sink deeper. Keeping the eyes closed. Enjoy the sound of your breath, that ujjayi breathing that's still present. Just 1 more round of breath here. Slowly come back to center. Find Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together, knees knock out wide. Either your hands to your belly, or maybe you lift your arms up overhead, clasping either elbow. Surrender the outer knees to the earth. Focus on that subtle rise and fall through the belly. That gentle expansion of the ribs. And notice as the belly button falls towards the spine. Eyelids heavy. Breath is really slow. see if you can surrender just a little more on this last exhale here. Once you feel as if you are ready, our last and final pose is now upon us. Set up Shavasana. As tempting as it may be to become distracted in this posture, I really encourage you to commit to this stillness. Soften the eyes and the jaw. Feel the heaviness of your shoulders, your hips and your heels. Allow the breath to guide you back. If the mind has wandered, use your gentle reminder. You are so deserving of this stillness. Stay. Gently start to bring your awareness back by breathing a little deeper, moving the body. Allow that movement to grow as you roll to your favorite side. Slowly bring yourself up to a seat. Eyes remain closed, hands land in Anjali Mudra. Bow your head to your hands. Together we acknowledge the practice, we acknowledge each other, and we acknowledge ourselves. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us once again. Just like we said in studio, it means more to us than any of you realize to be able to share this practice. Let us know how you go. We really look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Thanks, guys.